Defiant in the eyes, like his father. Leave us! Welcome to Dune Prophecy. Listen, I'm not out here with the lexicon on Dune. I haven't actually read the books. I know some people just logged off, but I love Dune, and I need to get into more and more of this because obviously my first experience actually was Dune 1, like Dune 2021. Just the world building, the scale of this show. I mean, I think it was just so well written. Even not having read the books, I just think it's just so well fleshed out and created. So anybody venturing into creating this has so much to work with here. When I heard about it, I was so excited because this is supposed to be focused on the Bene Gesserit. And let me tell you, the very first movie and that Bene Gesserit scene, the Gom Jabbar scene, that I'm telling you, everything else up to that point was so good. The scale of it, the Atreides, the family coming out, all of that stuff was so good. But the moment the Bene Gesserit scene happened, oh, the Gom Jabbar, and she said, the test is simple. Remove your hand from the box, and you die. I was like, damn. And then Paul was like wincing in pain, and she's like, silence. I'm like, so I can't even. There was no rule about not wincing in pain. There was no rule about feeling the pain. I'm gonna try to do it though, but like, let me at least feel the pain. Anyways, it was such an amazing scene, and the whole movie and part two of scene. So I'm so excited to get into the Bene Gesserit here. I don't know much about the order, but I know obviously they're seen as like witches. They have obviously the power to the voice, which they use to control people, and it's much more than that apparently. One of the first things that happened that I thought, okay, wait, what was the scene of the Reverend Mother talking to Jessica on her departure in the first movie, and saying, "We told you to bear daughters, and you thought in your pride you could produce the Kazak Harak." I was like, let her, she can't control what she bears, but then apparently they can. So there's so much to their society, and they've explored that in the movies a little bit, but I'm sure there's so much more there, how they are, like how they are attached to the politics of the world, what they control. They scheme, like she was saying, they scheme like decades and eons in advance of what they want, and we saw that with Lady Jessica as well in Dune 2. So I am so excited for this. I'm not gonna know some of the references and all that, but I'm gonna get into it. Full-length reactions will be on the Patreon, so please join the Patreon, and it'll be much appreciated. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get into it, get engaged. I'm gonna be doing all the episodes for this season, of course, so come along for the ride. I'm ready. The scheming, the politics, and above all, the witchcraft and wizardry. Let's go. A legendary television production, okay? I'll believe it when I see it. Dune Prophecy. I want to watch this on a massive screen, like in the theater. Victory celebrating the light. That's the voice. Use the voice on me, please. I literally want
more truth. History or prophecy?
That's a question.
History branded my family as cowards.
Oh.
We were banished to a desolate world.
Desolate world. And they said we will rise again.
But the history the Atreides wrote was spun out of lies. And I, Valia Harkonnen, would set out to change it.
Valia Harkonnen. Oh, there's conspiracy there with the Harkonnens. The Harkonnens are so bad, but also so engaging to watch.
A new family, made up of women unafraid of their power. Truthsayers. Assigned to the great houses to help them sift truth from lies. Together, they would form a network of influence throughout the Imperium.
And they were known as...
Mother Rakella embarked on a secret project.
Classic Bene Gesserit. Secret project.
To breed better leaders. She amassed a vast genetic archive. She would use it to foster the right royal unions and cultivate rulers we could control. Mother Superior knew I shared her vision,
Oh, Valia.
and I would stop at nothing to carry it out.
Balak. Homeworld of the sisterhood.
In her final moments, she called for me.
To succeed her.
Valia, it's me, Dorothea. Valia Harkonnen.
She's like, bye. Yo, the conspiracy. Oh, there's gonna be so much politics here. Among the Bene Gesserit, among the sisterhood. Oh! It's giving me everything I need and it hasn't even started. It's like, you've been summoned. The way she will rise to power, Valia, the way she will wrestle for that power, honestly, get yours.
These prayers won't help her. What is she doing here?
Oh!
I'm here, Mother Superior.
She doesn't like her. Oh. Oh my god. That's the worms. Oh! Yo! Consumed. Oh god. Oh, that is a vision, if I've ever seen one.
You will be the one to see the burning truth and know.
The burning truth? Oh my god. Yo, she's giving her marching orders. She said it's you. You're the chosen one.
By putting one of ours on the throne.
Oh. Okay.
Sister.
His sister on the throne.
First Empress to rule the Imperium. One loyal to us.
And she's like me. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
We must carry her legacy forward. We must keep pushing the boundaries of what it means to be human.
Oh my god.
Mother Rakella urged us to
Humility is the foundation of our virtues.
Oh. She's against all that. She doesn't want to politic.
Adversity always lies in the path of advancement.
Valia, you're gonna have to wrestle for control.
I would walk through it. That is why Mother Rakella chose me to lead.
Yo.
I see you wasted no time stepping in.
What are you doing? What should have been done long ago?
What? Is it like the breeding thing? She wants to stop that program.
Why do you need access to the breeding index?
It's the breeding index. She wants to shut it down. Oh, Dorothea.
So I can return the sisterhood to its values.
Oh. Yo, Valia ain't gonna let you.
You'd risk our destruction to keep your principles pure. You swore to use every tool.
Because I did not want to fight with her on her deathbed.
Eesh.
I beg of you, don't do this. Dorothea!
Use the voice.
Face me!
Yo. That was deep. Against the sister?
A new skill I've been honing. One I'd hope to share with you. And I will.
Right now.
If you bend.
Oh.
I will never bend to you, Valia Harkonnen.
Yo, she about to use it again.
Then take out your blade! Drive it into your throat!
Oh! Oh, Valia! Damn! And people are watching. She's done it now. She's done it now, Valia. This is the beginning. Yo, that voice, I've never heard that voice before.
The name Valia Harkonnen would forever be damned to the wrong side of history.
You've done it now, Valia.
What do we do?
You grab power.
Sisterhood above all.
This is when it started. This is when the blood ran through and darkness, the dark era of the sisterhood. 30 years later, You know she's reigning supreme. 10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides. Oh, this is that far in the past. Okay. Let the scheming, machinations, politicking, guile, betrayal begin. Okay. This is so fun. Oh.
House Varric and House Kamali have put in requests for a truthsayer. And House Harkonnen has put in a fourth request.
Oh. Truthsayers, as they call them. Valia?
Mother Superior Valia.
Yep.
Yes, to House Varric. Kamali will have to wait.
Harkonnen?
And you can tell House Harkonnen no for a fourth time.
She doesn't want to send him a Bene Gesserit. That's her house.
That's the princess's half-brother. He has no claim to the throne.
With no purpose devises only mischief.
She's like, no claim to the throne, but he's claim to me.
And one day I'll be her truthsayer and sister-in-law.
Oh!
I think the whole point of her coming here is to be her own truthsayer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they wanted to make the princesses sisters. Can you just train anybody to do this? I guess you can. I thought it was like a gift.
Once your sister is here, she will be treated as every other student.
That's not acceptable.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Careful.
I had to try.
This is the mother superior of the truthsayers. I mean, she's playing chess, and you're playing checkers.
Human beings rely on lies to survive. We lie to our enemies.
Me?
We
Never.
lie to our friends.
I've never lied.
We lie to ourselves.
Oh!
We work to perceive in truth-saying.
It's clear you have a grasp of theory. I suggest you get some rest today. Class is dismissed.
Oh, wow. She came in and took control. One thing about Valia, she will take control. She will supplant.
Good news, little sister.
Little sister.
So it went well.
Oh, that's her sister.
This time next week she'll be ours.
That's how they put her on the throne, a sister on the throne. That's the big plan. They get the princess, she's in line for the throne, they train her. Homeworld of the imperial house, Salusa Secundus. The prophecy. This reminds me of the training with Paul and, what's his name? And Thanos.
Yes, they can lie, but this will tell you where your opponent's heading, even before they know.
Her eyes are up there.
Unhand the princess!
Oh!
Filthy scum. Kieran?
Kieran.
How was the sisterhood?
Well, if you like barren landscapes and minimalism, you'll be very happy.
Good luck. They will grill you there.
House Richese gifts the House of Carino a newly built fleet of ballista motherships.
Oh!
Your issues on Arrakis will be a thing of the past, and spice will flow.
Spice.
Having our own wing in the palace might smooth the transition.
That wasn't part of the arrangement.
I like this actor. I forget his name now.
Your admirals know
Wow.
ships are superior. Would you let this small ask derail our entire agreement?
Whoever controls Arrakis, you know, controls spice. I like the way they use their signals, and they just had a whole conversation.
Very well, you have a deal.
See you at the engagement.
The sisterhood, they're playing the long game.
Men and women from the Imperial prison. Your task is to demonstrate, at the least, a rudimentary command of truth-saying. You may begin.
Oh wow, this is the real test.
Ain't you a pretty little thing?
Oh god. Yo, I told you, they are grilling them here. This training is wild. That's why they're so stern. Yo. Oh!
Her words are true, but her intent is to deceive.
These were the best you could find.
Oh. Oh!
If you think it's so simple to deceive, sister, tell us, why are you here?
My mother and father sold me to a man,
Ugh.
but I bided my time. I slit his throat in his sleep. Then I went home and did the same to my parents.
Met your father.
Who's that?
Made by the wanderers of Harmonthep.
Is that Queen Calanthe?
It's a symbol of strength.
I think that's Calanthe from The Witcher. One thing you will not get past me is a face.
I see the way you look at our new sword master.
I saw it too.
I'm getting what I want.
Ooh, she's
You're
strong-willed.
not the only one who knows how to negotiate.
Ooh, she said, "I know how to play the game." Well, she's gonna be a problem too in the sisterhood. I think that's Mark Strong. This is Mark Strong.
Soldier here from Arrakis.
Can't you deal with it?
It's Desmond Hart, sir. He survived.
Desmond Hart. Okay, he has stories to tell. Come forth.
Your Majesty. It's an honor. Multiple commendations. We heard your regiment was wiped out in a Fremen attack.
That is why I've come.
Yo, if I could pause this right now, I would. She's sensing
The
if he's
attack on
lying.
Arrakis. It wasn't Fremen. They were insurgents from your own allied worlds. It was theft.
Wow, intrigue. Is he lying?
His story is true, Your Majesty.
Oh.
Or at least he believes it to be.
Then why wasn't I informed?
It must be an isolated incident.
Or he's a good liar.
Well, I'm sure we can find something suitable for a man of your talents.
What talent?
We're about to have quite a party. Join us.
I'm down. Yo, there's something going on there, and I know it. A theft. See how he looked back? There's something going on. There's an intrigue there. Yo, I know him from Raised by Wolves, and I tell you, I kid you not, before he walked into that hall, I sensed that it was gonna be that actor, and I don't know why, but no one will believe me. The red robe, pomegranate. Oh. That's the princess. What? And that's like a sandworm. Oh, she's getting all the visions. And the person with the red robe was the princess. And she said, "You did this."
I came to say goodbye.
Oh.
Kasha.
Kasha.
A child, held captive for years. But the moment I saw you,
I knew.
You would lead our Imperium to a better future.
Wow. As a sister.
I have something I need to attend to, but I'll be back soon.
So she is their Bene Gesserit. She is their the truthsayer. Very cryptic. Girl, are you sure you want to go to this sisterhood? The games they will play? You're not ready.
I'm telling you, they chose that boy, knowing his age would give them years to make Nez one of their own.
Oh.
Still fighting this wedding, Natalia.
Natalia.
There was a time when you took my views seriously. Imperium was the stronger for it.
Yes, well, you and I, we remember things differently.
Oh. Oh, sorry, Natalia. Oh, he said blocked.
It's time.
That is a strained relationship. Now, you know she's going to be doing some scheming on the side. I know her, Queen Calanthe.
Might be wise to pair the princess with someone outside royal circles.
Next. Our aim is not to broaden the princess's worldview, it's to adhere her to our own.
Oh. Control.
The sisterhoods, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Lila is a true empath.
Lila.
She will be a natural-born truthsayer.
I'm with her.
She needs to be nurtured.
Weakness is not something to nurture.
Oh, Tula and Valia. So many names on this show and these shows. I need to. Oh, she's here. Inez is the princess's name. Inez. She's here, or at least I think it is. I never stop being in awe of these ships in the Dune world. They're so majestic and. Oh no, this is the Bene Gesserit of the.
What I saw was no ordinary nightmare. The fear I felt. You don't know Nez like I do. She's strong, not easily handled. You forget I'm the one who bonded with her since she was a child. Who deflects the Empress's interference. Who assuages the Emperor's fears even as we weaken him on Arrakis.
Oh.
Now is not the time to lose faith.
And what if this plan of yours
Fails.
causes the very thing we seek to prevent?
Yeah, self-fulfilling.
This wedding will proceed.
Yo, that vision though. She's disturbed by it.
House Richese.
Richeve. I thought it was Javier Bardem for a second. Just for a second. Yo, he has secrets. So this is who they are gonna marry her to? I just noticed. I thought he was just coming along with him. That's why they were saying that the person they chose, the boy. Oh my god. This is wild. That's a child. The hell?
May I present to you my son, Lord Pruitt Richese.
Pruitt Richese.
May the Richese seed find purchase in royal womb.
Oh, stop. No. No. Oh, this is her wearing the red dress. It's coming true. It's happening. We are in the end game now.
It's so unlike her to abandon her post at this precarious time. That's exactly my point. Why
That's
not
important.
just check the match? See if Princess Inez truly is the one we should put all our hopes in.
Inez. But like, what would you do then? Like, she's the one in line. Oh God, I'm not climbing on this footstool.
So what do you do? You don't actually have to speak.
Oh.
Father says this is just a formality.
Oh, Pruitt said, why are we talking? Oh my God. That's the pomegranate. That's the one that was rotten. Yo, the symbols are everywhere.
I'm sure you're right, Baron Harkonnen. Let me think about it.
Baron Harkonnen.
Have we discussed the untapped value of whale seed? Its medicinal benefits.
Would you excuse me a moment?
God, so he's the Baron Harkonnen right now. Honestly, for Harkonnens, he looks pretty chill. He looks pretty like... Harkonnens usually look like scary. He looks approachable.
What do you have there?
Nothing.
Like, mind your business. That's what he said.
Your intent is to deceive.
Oh.
I'm not a truthsayer.
Not yet, but I know a liar when I see one.
He said you don't have credentials yet, so don't try it. There's the sass from him. What is that? Oh my God. This is one of the Machine Wars, but a small version. Oh. Yo, that's wild though that he brought that here.
That technology is forbidden!
Oh!
Princess Inez, step aside.
And tell me you're all afraid of a little toy.
Afraid? You exist because House Corino defeated thinking machines.
Thinking machines.
Don't let this ruin our celebration.
It better ruin it. You have plans. She's very concerned. She's like, listen to me.
Let us, for now, overlook this transgression.
Oh God. Oh God. Emperor, that is not the way. She's way more concerned than he is. And she's like, this is a problem. I'm with her. I mean, saying it's a toy, but the toy wanted to escape from you. What kind of toy is that?
Thank you, Nez.
You call something like that again and I'll stab you myself, you little shit.
Oh.
Now get rid of that thing.
Oh my God. That was chilling. Yo, she's hardcore.
Cassia may be wrong about the wedding, but no one is closer to the Emperor. We need her influence. You can't keep picking pieces off the board just because they disagree with you.
Exactly. Tell her, Tula. Honestly, I'm feeling Tula as her influence with Valia, because Valia is doing her own thing, and I think she really needs her as a devil's advocate.
We just passed the lowest.
We're not going to the lowest. One last night out, you and me.
I think she's going to be a rebel. I think that's the problem, that she is too headstrong or stubborn, and they want someone they can control. And I don't think she's the person for the job. You know, I don't think she's the right one for the sisterhood. If you're looking for someone you can mold into like a puppet, I don't think it's Nez.
What do you think? Think a fleet of fighters will be enough to end my troubles on Arrakis?
but they'll do nothing about the growing insurgency in the Imperium.
Who asked you for that one?
Your troubles are far greater than just Arrakis.
He's trying to get closer. Wow, see? He's trying to get into the inner circle. This is why Kasha should have stayed.
Question if we're too quick to discard the machines.
And
And why only the great houses profit from spies? Has this not been shared with you? I thought the witches knew everything that went on.
He's trying to get in the way.
Kasha's never led me astray. I feel this wedding is wrong.
Then call it off?
And lose control of Arrakis. Without spice, the great houses would feed me to the worm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in forces that extend beyond man and machine?
I don't know what I believe anymore.
Ah, from the Emperor to say.
I should not be here. That attack should have killed me.
But here you are, telling lies.
You know what I prayed for then? The strength to feel nothing. Next thing I know, I'm clawing my way out of the sand. And when I took my first breath, I felt reborn. Different. I was no longer afraid.
The gods freed me from this vice of a wedding. Consider me a true believer.
Oh! Yo, he's brain. It's spinning right now. He's like, let me cook something up for you real quick and serve it to you. Oh, the scheming. Okay, party on Dune. Honestly, like a party, going over a night out in the Dune world like this, I'm down actually. Oh, she has blue eyes. Oh, from Arrakis. Oh. Yeah, you followed her. He's gonna be like, I guess coincidence. Yo. They have done unspeakable things. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. He said, buy me dinner first.
This time I'll be in another world.
She said, before I go to the sisterhood, I'm about to live all my fantasies. Honestly, Inez, get yours. Oh. Oh, God. The debauchery of it all.
The Reverend Mothers, they don't always know who our parents are. And even if they do, they don't tell us.
One way or another, our past always finds us.
I mean, speak on it. Valia knows all about that. Or she will. Ooh. That's the Reverend Mother. Oh. Look at that hall. Oh my God. Honestly, Kasha shouldn't have left at this time. I'm with Valia on that. Because there's so much going on at Secunda's. Oh, wow. Those are dunes. That's a spice thing. Oh. Oh, Damon Hart left that there for him. Damien Hart. That's him. Oh, he's showing him what happened with the sandworm. How he survived it. Yeah, he's fully trying to get into the Emperor's ear. Yo, they told you to dispose of that thing.
Be okay. I promise.
Oh. Is that Damien?
There you are.
The way he's walking around the halls freely.
What are you doing out here all alone?
How about you? I'll ask you that.
You're a real soldier.
Mm-hmm.
There's no war here.
There's a war hidden in plain sight, waged by an enemy that has made themselves indispensable.
The Sisterhood.
And has come here to do our thinking for us.
But the machine wars ended ages ago.
And that is why it is so troubling that we are being controlled again.
Wow. Yo. I mean, he has a point. I mean, the sisters are controlling things. Oh! He just stood there. This is like with Paul. Oh, he called it. I can see the thumping. He called it there.
That is why I've been gifted a great power.
How do you mean?
To win a war requires sacrifice.
Oh my God.
And yours, it won't be in vain.
Your sacrifice. What?
It's okay.
He took the... What? How did he infect him? Oh my God. Oh no. He poisoned him somehow. Oh, where are the guards? Yo, he didn't want that wedding to go through because he knew the sisters did. Yo. Well, that's a wrench right there. Who's that? Kasha? Oh, something's happening here. I think it's Kasha. It is Kasha. Oh my God. What's happening? Oh, it's burning her too? How? Don't touch her. How did it go from him to her? Oh my God. Oh, but because she was there. She was there with him in the Great Hall in Secundus before she left. He did it to her somehow. We didn't see it. Oh my God. Damien Hart is coming for the jugular. That's straight from Arrakis. Malia, get ready. The fight is here.
I see what
Oh. Oh, she's seen the vision. Oh my God. The embers. Oh. Oh my God. Yo. She said, I see, mother, I see. She sees. I think these were part of, I don't remember all the specific elements of the vision when they happened, but I think I remember the embers going up, and I think Kasha did see something of her running out into the hall. I think she saw an aspect of this. So it's coming to pass. This is the great war. This is the great battle that the sisterhood has to deal with. Oh, Emily Watson ate this. Oh my God, this was so good. So good. I loved it. I loved it. Dune Prophecy has finally arrived, and here we are. There is so much to talk about here. There's so much that has happened. This was like a heavy, content episode. There was so much just setting up this world now that we have to follow. And they, switch between a couple of different places, Wallach, the homeworld of the sisterhood, telling the story of Valia, who is our, main, person of point here. And, her legacy and what she's trying to achieve here with the sisterhood. I like the narration at the beginning, leading us into kind of the philosophy or her own philosophy of how the sisterhood should be. This vision, looking back, on this vision, actually, just to say, Dune the movie, Dune the show, and I'm sure the books, to me, it looks like something you have to like reread or you have to go back and look at it again, look at the words. It's very, it's just this very rich and full of stuff. So you really have to kind of latch onto every word, every little, vision, every sort of scene. And that vision that Mother Rakella had, you see a lot there. We saw, burning skin, which now obviously tied to the end of this episode with Pruitt, and obviously Kasha. And, the sandworm, of course, eating something, I guess, on Arrakis. Maybe that was a metaphor for them, engulfing the Imperium or power and like the embers, the fire. There's so much there. They also showed something twice, which I think Kasha had in her vision and Raquella had in hers, which was you see the opening up in the sky and you see two kind of blue eyes. But to me, they also look like it could be like a ship looking down, like a the ships have their light in that way. So I wasn't sure what it was, but I saw that twice. But yeah, these two visions obviously are telling a story of this wedding, this plan that the sisterhood have. To put Inez in power and have her be a sister, in power, there's something that's going to go awry there. And we already see that happening with the events of this episode. I love just the relationships they set up already in the show. First being Valia and Tula, her sister, the Harkonnens sisters here in the Sisterhood. And as I said before, how Tula is an opposing force to her there, an opposing counsel in a sense, kind of challenging her beliefs and her methods and how she's thinking about this plan. They're going along with it together, but, I think Tula is trying to give her another way of looking at things, and I actually kind of resonate more with Tula, or at least they're trying to tell us that Tula is the more kind of balanced one that maybe sees some things in people, like for example in Lila, the younger sister, the acolyte, who is seen as weak by Valia, but Tula sees more in her potential. So there's a lot going on there, and I think they're going to be kind of opposing sides to what's coming on and how and I think she's probably going to have to listen to Tula to help guide her against kind of being so headstrong into having Inez on the throne. Okay, so I said Damien Hart, but it's Desmond Hart. First of all, I have to say, okay, this is so random and unnecessary, but before Desmond Hart, the actor, walked in there, I literally had like a premonition, my own premonition, that it was him. I've only seen that actor one place before, and that was in Raised by Wolves. And he's quite the interesting character. In fact, that character he played in that show actually kind of has a parallel with this character too, especially when he talks about like belief and religion, and also there's machines in that show. So machines versus belief. Honestly, I don't know what it was, but before he walked in, there's the silhouette walked in. They said Desmond Hart, whatever. I saw that actor in my mind. Literally. Oh my God. Anyways, no one's gonna believe me. No one's gonna believe me. But no, he walks in and that whole exchange with Kasha, checking him out to see if he's lying or not. Something tells me that maybe he has a way of preventing her from knowing that she's lying, because they did talk about the process of being a truthsayer and identifying lies when they had that session with the acolytes. And she was checking everything in his eyes and everything. But what if he's someone who knows those methods and knows how to bypass them? Someone who's good with a lie detector test and knows how to not be caught, basically. So anyways, and then somehow we see him there, and then we see him later with Pruitt at the end, and we see what happens. They had their skin burning thing that happens. Now I don't know if there's any kind of that's an Easter egg or whatnot to the Dune movies, if that's something that's been explored there. I don't remember, but I guess he has something that he did. I don't know if he poisoned something that they ate or drank, or I don't know how he got it on them, but he definitely did it to Kasha, and he definitely did it to Pruitt. Hopefully, it's not something that's going to spread into the sisterhood, into their homeworld there. Yeah, so he's playing a game as well. But then it leads me to wonder, who is he? Is he working for anyone? Is he working with anyone? What's the uprising there that's happening? He had a very interesting conversation there with the Emperor, Mark Strong, who I think has, I love his acting. He's just such a really kind of nice layered performance he gives here. But that conversation was really good, and they talk about, obviously this whole wedding is the whole point of it is for the emperor, for the imperium to continue to have control of Arrakis and spice there, which is the whole point of everything, the great houses. And so he needs those ships that Richese is offering, and then the union is going to happen. Obviously, the Bene Gesserit, I still call them the Bene Gesserit, but here the Sisterhood are trying to make that happen. That's the whole point of this whole thing, is to make that wedding happen and then to put Inez in power. And obviously Richese has his own plans. You could tell because when the Bene Gesserits talked, clearly he is trying to do his own thing. And he has his eyes on Arrakis as well. Everybody has their eyes on Arrakis. I'm interested to know what Desmond, what his kind of big plan is, because he said clearly he's against the Sisterhood, and clearly he feels like they're trying to control everything, which they are. He's not wrong. Well, where's the lie? Desmond is right, but obviously the way he's carrying out his plans are scorched earth, literally. I thought the actor gave a really good performance in this. I like that scene he had with the Emperor there, where they discussed all those scenes. Very measured performance when he talked about his time, against the Sandworm, and he left that video there for him to see. Which, I mean, we don't know if that's doctored. But yeah, so he's a believer. He's yeah. So I'm interested to see what his true intentions are. Is he actually looking for power, or is he just trying to save everybody? The Emperor did say that he would believe in the gods if they would free him from this union, and then all of a sudden, Pruitt is killed by Desmond, and so now it's like, yo, you see. So I wonder if he's going to take credit for that. I doubt it, but that's what he kind of wanted. But now he's not going to get his ships. So I don't know how he intends to go through with this, but look, we'll see. And they did show Baron Harkonnen briefly in the show, and he didn't seem like a character that had any sort of, like when you see Baron Harkonnen from the regular Dune, from the Dune that we know, he doesn't need to say anything. You already know he's making plans. You already know he's scheming at the back. But this guy seemed he was talking about like whales. I was like, I don't think he's I don't think he's going to be a problem, but you never know. The Harkonnens always have something up their sleeves. Always. Yeah, I loved the set design, like the looks here. I think you see the difference from with Wallach, where the Sisterhood of the homeworld of the Sisterhood versus Secundus, where the Imperium, you see the gold colors, yellow gold, and you see like kind of like black and darker tones there. Like the Sisterhood is very sort of like, they're not, in a sense they are very flamboyant in how some of their dress, their formal attire, but for the most part they're pretty just like kind of monotone in their colors and what they're doing, right? Like black, or they're white. They're not doing too much, in a sense. And so it kind of shows a contrast with the Empire, the Imperium, which is very gaudy, is very too much, is very the headdress, the red dress and all of that stuff. It's very flamboyant, and it tells a story of the Sisterhood as well, and how they are kind of scheming in the background, and almost like they are trying to hide in plain sight all the things that they're doing with their hand gestures and all that stuff. I really love how they're building the world of the Bene Gesserit, the Sisterhood, and who they are. From my own knowledge or from my own experience with them in the movies, there's so much there. But the whole order is very like, it's just enshrouded in mystery and secrecy, and you never really know what's going on with them. That's what they do. And so us getting a peek into them and how they are, and even their training they were showing, and the acolytes, I find that very interesting. I really love that, and I hope to see more from them and how they do their thing. Maybe even see the Gom Jabbar at some point. That would be really cool. So looking forward to seeing those little aspects of what makes them, the Sisterhood and Bene Gesserit. There's going to be, something coming up with the acolytes when Inez finally arrived. They already teased that a lot this episode with, pairing her up with somebody, forming a bond, how important that is. They need to choose the right person to make sure that they can control her. I think the whole aspect of trying to control Inez is going to be a problem because from what we've seen this episode, she doesn't seem like someone who, is going to easily want to be controlled or is going to be fall in line. She's definitely has a mind of her own. She's a free thinker. She's stubborn, and we saw that during the ceremony, and obviously her going off with Atreides and doing her thing. So I think there's going to be some real big struggle there when she finally gets into the to Alak and she's there training. It's going to be really, really tough. And you already see the acolytes are very kind of wary of her and they're like, oh, she gets everything and it's not fair. And so she's going to have a hard time there for sure. And I think those relationships are going to be very important, like the relationships that form when she arrives and the factions. There's so much politicking in this show. There's so much scheming and intrigue, and even in the small pockets of the acolytes versus the Reverend Mother, the actual trained sisters, and then obviously the Empire, the great houses, Arrakis. Everyone is scheming on this show. Everyone has a plan, and if you don't look over your shoulder, you'll burn your skin off. Okay, so yeah, I thought this episode was really, really good. I thought I had so much fun watching it. I am so excited to go on the journey of this show and where they take us. I think they do such good work with Dune. I think, as I said, I've not read the books, but I know that from just watching these, I know that there's so much content there, that they have so much to work with. Just must be well written and well described and imagined. And so the world building and the detail there is just so precise and so beautiful. So I'm really excited for this, for where they take us on this journey and and the intrigue that will happen. Dune is like Game of Thrones, and those shows are those kind of shows where anything can happen at any time. Anyone can drop dead at any moment, and so better keep your eye on your faves because it could be over any second. Okay. I thought the acting was great. Emily Watson just killed it. I thought she was really good in her role. I think there's going to be so much more from her as well. She has such a really important role on this show, and as the Reverend Mother, there's just so much there. And also something else I'll say: the Reverend Mother, obviously played by what's her name, like Mohame from the Dune movies. Oh my God, that actor is so good. I forget her name now, but she's such a good actor, and those scenes she did were so good. But you can see whenever we saw her, she was always covered up, veiled, and there's always a distance with her. You don't come close. She never allows you to know who she really is. In this show, they're really pulling up that veil. We see them coming out in formal occasions, but we really get to spend a lot of time with the sisterhood when they're just wearing plain clothing, when they're in their informal wear. And I think Emily Watson and this portrayal of the Reverend Mother brings such a approachableness to the role, and you don't feel like she's this Gom Jabbar wielding person about to strike you in the neck. She feels like a real person, or not a real person, not that, but I mean she feels like a person that you can just walk up to and say hi to, which you probably shouldn't. So anyways, it's just a testament to the fact that they're really trying to pull back the layers of the sisterhood and really make us get to know them as just people, which I'm really interested in. So yeah, I could talk about this for another hour. I'll stop here. Oh, looking forward to the rest of this season. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.